Gerald Ford, the 38th president.
Gerald Ford served as the 38th president from 1974 to 1977. He succeeded to the office upon the resignation of Richard Nixon. His presidency was marred with controversy from its beginning. Ford assumed the presidency under the process decreed by the 25th Amendment, making him the only chief executive never elected to the office of president or vice president. Born July 14, 1913, he was originally named Leslie Lynch King, but his parents divorced when he was an infant. He was adopted by his mother's new husband and given the name Gerald Rudolph Ford Jr. After graduating from the University of Michigan, where he was a football star, he studied law at Yale University, where he worked as an assistant football coach. As America was drawn into World War II, Ford enlisted in the Navy, where he served in the South Pacific, where he almost lost his life to a typhoon that killed hundreds. In 1948, he was elected to Congress from the state of Michigan. That same year, he married Elizabeth Ann Bloomer, best known as Betty. The couple later had 4 children, 3 sons, and a daughter. Ford served in Congress for 25 years, where he became the minority leader. During his time in Congress, he developed a reputation for honesty and openness. When Nixon's vice president Spiro Agnew resigned in disgrace, Nixon had to appoint the only Republican the Democratic leadership would approve, and that was Gerald Ford. As president, Ford faced an uphill battle from the start. His choice for vice president, Nelson Rockefeller, annoyed members of his own party. Rockefeller had a reputation for being a party liberal and a representative of the Eastern establishment. One of Ford's first acts as president was the announcement of a conditional amnesty for those who evaded the draft or deserted during the Vietnam War. But the most controversial action of his presidency came when he pardoned Richard Nixon of any charges resulting from the Watergate scandal. Economically, Ford faced the challenge of rising inflation, which he tried to counter by slowing the economy. This resulted in a severe recession which lasted from 1974 to 1975. Despite his Whip Inflation Now program, which went by the acronym WIN, Ford could do little to stop the nation's economic problems. Despite having been very successful as an athlete in his younger days, he was prone to physical pratfalls, such as hitting his head while deplaning, tripping while golfing, and falling while skiing, which were all well documented for the public. In September of 1975, Ford survived 2 assassination attempts. In the first attempt, Secret Service agents intervened before shots were fired. In the second attempt, the assassin missed by several feet. In 1976, Ford faced a serious challenge for the Republican nomination by Ronald Reagan, former governor of California. But Ford won the nomination. In November of 1976, Ford was unable to overcome the negative fallout from the Nixon pardon and his clumsiness in front of the camera, and he lost to Democratic challenger Jimmy Carter. After leaving the White House, Ford retired happily from public life. He golfed and skied at his leisure. He published his autobiography, A Time to Heal, in 1979. Ford passed away on December 26, 2006, in Rancho Mirage, California.